Today we're going to talk about phentals because those are interesting. Um, Phentals are basically objects and mental matter combined. They allow you to do things that are between matter and mind. Um, the four that we're going to discuss as examples are basically just something mental plus something physical that go together and form some kind of interaction between, not like magic, but like in a different way. Um, the first example is collecting wisdom from corresponding elemental objects. So you would take something like a cup and figure out what it means and what you can gain from it wisdom wise. So you could say that it demonstrates the ability to hold water, and thus things with that shape can hold water. Or you can build more internal wisdom off of that and say that um, holding water is an important part of wisdom because you have to keep the what you thirst for somewhere so that you can go back and get it later, um, so that it doesn't run out. The next one, and that's just an example of a cup plus collection of some kind. So you're collecting some kind of wisdom. Yeah. The next one is light plus delusions. So you make a claim about a light bulb, and then you test it, and depending on the result, if that claim is true, something should happen. If not, something won't happen. And through that, you can figure out what is real about an object and what isn't real about the object. And that's an example of a known phental. It lets you do some interesting stuff because once you know how it works, you can do other stuff with it. The next one might help you do stuff with it because it takes an object and it's skeptical about the object, so it questions the validity of how it functions, such as a tarot card deck predicting the future. And it would say that it does not because there's no way for the cards to know the future. But then you become skeptical again of what you said. And you say, could cards know the future if they were affected by some sort of force or whatnot? And that would allow you to gain wisdom, or it will give you an idea of something to build that could allow you to control that force, which I imagine would be something in relation to cause and effect, where something is always before something else, and the effect could be controlled by controlling cause and effect, and thus it goes from prediction to control the future, which, by the way, is another one of the videos I'm going to make today. The last one's just kind of goofy and shows that it works with a lot of stuff, but like if you take an object that you're afraid of and you use it, you won't be as afraid of it anymore if you use it safely. Like, It's like being afraid of fire until you use it to make a candle, at which point it's slightly less fascinating and also less scary. So, yeah, that's another example of a Phental because you used the internal fear with the external object and you overcame that fear through the use of the external object.